Hi there. Here is a quick demo of query translation functionality in dbt Power User Extension. If you want to translate a SQL query, say from PostgreSQL to Snowflake SQL, or say from T-SQL to BigQuery SQL, this functionality can help you. We support bunch of different SQL dialects like Spark, Hive, DuckDB, Redshift, Oracle, MySQL. Please check our documentation to get a complete list of SQL dialects we support. Using the functionality is super simple. You go in, create a file, maybe something like original query.sql. Paste your SQL code here, right click, choose DataPilot, translate SQL dialect. When you choose this, on the left hand side, the DataPilot chat will start. The query translation functionality works on a whole file, so you cannot pick a snippet and try to translate it. Once you right click, DataPilot is going to use the whole file. It will auto-populate your destination SQL dialect based on the project you are in and then the profile you are using, but you can of course change it. And then the source SQL, you need to tell DataPilot what the source SQL is. I'm using PostgreSQL here, so I choose that and hit the translate button. As soon as you hit the translate button, DataPilot will give you translated SQL query for Snowflake SQL. In addition to that, it will also explain to you what are some of the changes that have been made. For example, in this particular query, as you can see, there is a day of week function. There is also the timestamp function. Now in Snowflake, the function is defined differently versus in Postgres, it's defined with underscores. So it will highlight that. Also, the timestamp function is in Snowflake is time zone aware by default. So it will specify that, hey, I'm going to use in translation timestamp underscore TZ. And based on that, it will also explain like what can be the repercussions of that. Similarly, some other things like epoch extraction in Snowflake, it works differently compared to the Postgres, etc. So the syntax is different. For example, in Snowflake, it's used as a date underscore part, and in Postgres is used as extract function. So all of the changes that are happening during the translation, DataPilot will explain those changes to you so you're aware and you can review these things quickly. After the translated code is here, you can hit the replace button and boom, your code will be pasted in that original query SQL file. And then you just have to save it. If you want to convert that SQL into the DBT model, of course, you can right click and use convert to DBT model preview feature, or you can use it from here also. But that's a completely different feature. There is a separate documentation and video for that. But overall, this is how the translate SQL functionality works, where you can get a translation from one SQL dialect to another SQL dialect. Thank you so much. If you have any feedback on this translation or explanation, you can use our feedback widgets here with the like or dislike and provide us more feedback on this. Thank you.